All right, what is up, everybody? Wow, that's a lot of chat messages before I even get here. What's up, Alor, Stulek, Complex, Dave, Shaxar, welcome, Portal, Modern Victorian, Alcardos, Marky Mark, YouTube peeps, what's up, Andrew and Thomas? All right, yeah, today wasn't a planned stream, so for those of you saying like, oh, there wasn't a stream today, I thought you were correct. But here we are. So it is the hype. GTNH is so hype. I am going to switch to just recording sections of the stream. I think that's going to be a lot better for most people. The edited series, I think I had a hope that like it would attract a different crowd and be kind of more popular than I expected it to. And that didn't happen. It's always possible, of course, that if I kept going with it, it would happen eventually. But like, I don't think it's worth doing something I don't love doing and putting a lot of hours into it for something that's not that rewarding now. Like it's like just on the chance that it might end up being rewarding at some point. I just don't think that's quite the payoff. So I'm gonna be switching to streaming more often. Probably I'm gonna shoot for 4 times a week. It might be 3 times a week some weeks, but I think most weeks I'm gonna be able to get 4 streams in, and continue with Pyanodons as well with all that. And I just think that's a better route. It does mean that YouTube's gonna end up with a lot more episodes, so I'm gonna have to think about the length. It's just tricky when you're recording without editing, because then it's like, if you go too long, then what's even the point of doing recorded episodes? Because at that point, people can just watch the live VOD. But if you cut it into too many episodes, I could release 1 a day and it still would fall behind the pace of my streams. So it's a little tricky. I haven't quite figured all that out yet. But we'll get there. I think we'll kind of do a little bit more of just, you know, doing a little bit of the boring stuff at the start, kind of like we have before, where it's like, okay, let's just mine some dirt here. We need to get some busy work done. And then probably, you know, I should F7 to make sure we don't leave mob spawns here. But yeah, I think we'll do what we did in Factorio, where we just kind of know when we're starting and stopping the episode, and when we're around an hour, we'll stop, and that's just how it works. And I think that's still worth it. I think that version of the series will attract enough viewers that wouldn't want to watch the live VODs that it's worth it. It also is in a different section on my YouTube channel, so like, having only the live VODs is not the best idea, because those don't show up in the videos section. So when you combine those pieces of data, I think it does. Oh, sorry, chat's not on the screen. Let me get that fixed. Andrew, you're playing on the same seat as me and you found a slime island. Good for you. I don't want the spoilers though. I appreciate the offer, but we'll find it ourselves. Yeah, no, complex. I feel I'm gonna Uno reverse you. You should use the word should less. I find that you use that word a lot, and it's not an extremely helpful word when what you're doing is making a suggestion. But yeah, of course we want bronze. I can't make bronze yet though. I don't have the Tinker Smeltery, so I'll get the Tinker Smeltery eventually, but we don't have it yet. Trust me, I am probably more excited than you are to upgrade this flint shovel. Well, should consider is the same as should. I think there's a fundamental difference in saying someone should do something and saying, here's what I did. I thought, or I found it helpful when I did blank. Like those are different things. Because even telling someone they should consider something, I think is a bit presumptuous. What if I don't care to have a faster pickaxe? Like, obviously I do. This is not one of those cases where you're wrong, but it's also like, I'm the streamer, and that's like, it can easily get into backseating territory where, like, yeah, if we were like buddies playing together, that sentence would make total sense. But it's like when you're comparing Twitch chat to, it's like Twitch chat isn't the same as someone sitting in the same room as you, and I think people often come off as more backseaty than they intend to. And it's not like their intentions are bad. It's just, I think it comes off different. Because, like, Twitch chat often comes off, you know, it's just text, right? And text comes off in the worst way you could interpret it, usually. So, it's just a side thought. It really, I'm not, like, bothered or anything. It's just saying I should do blank when it's not even something I literally can do right now is like, okay, I mean, like, obviously I want a better shovel. Of course I do. There's a million things to do in GTNH, and the priority list is different for everybody. So like if I was sitting here saying like I have no interest in getting a better shovel, and then you were like, that might be worth considering, like that would be a fair thing to say. But I think what's tricky is like the prioritization. When someone says I should do something, it's like, well, I'm planning on doing that eventually, but I just might have it as a lower priority than you would, which is totally valid. Anyway, all that to say. What's the goal for this episode? The goal for this episode is to look for Slime Island again, etc., etc. Get more stuff done. I think I mean, in the title I mentioned Steam Age, so I'm gonna try to get the Railcraft water tank and a steam... Well, I'm gonna try to get our first machines going. We'll see if we can get that far. Because it's not gonna be a super long stream today, because I have some other work I have to do later today, so... Anywho... Yeah, no, complex. I completely agree. GTNH is massively complex, and I actually really appreciate if people bring in knowledge that I don't have. Especially when it's relevant of like, oh, did you know that you could do blank? That could be helpful. You know, like that sort of thing is really useful. I think it's, again, tricky because you're saying like it's painful watching someone make the same mistakes that past you made. And like, is it a mistake to make or not make a Tinker Smeltery at a certain stage of the game? Like, no, it's not. Like, there are reasons to do it or not do it, and everyone has different preferences, and like, you know, I think it's tricky when like you assume that your preferences and values are the same as mine, and then that's when the shoulds come in, because it's like, you know, if you were playing, you would want the smeltery before then, so you could get the bronze shovel, but maybe I don't care about that. Maybe I want to prioritize this thing or that thing, or, you know, it's just like, it gets tricky when you start projecting your own priority. Okay. Are we back? I think we're back. Sorry, everybody. I've switched back to my old system. Hopefully that will fix the actual cuts. This is the old system that still sometimes had the issue where it would drop 2/3 of the frames, but I think it will at least, it didn't used to disconnect like this with the old system. So I've switched back to the old system. Goodness. Can't believe this crap. Okay, I think we're all good to go. Sweet. Okay, anyway, all that to say, I do appreciate people who bring knowledge to my attention. But also just, you know, it's good to remember that everybody has different priority lists. Yeah, exactly. 2/3 is much better than 3/3. Yes, indeed. All right, so what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm just gonna throw all this in here. We're gonna do a bit more Slime Island hunting, I think. So, maybe. I need to double check something. Which is, I don't know why I'm looking in those. What I'm looking for is my steel. How much do I have? I only have 4? I swear I have more than that. How much do I need for the glider? I was thinking we could make the glider, but I need 2 there. Each rod is 1. So that's 2, 4, 6, and I think each of these is 1. So I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I need 10 steel to get a glider. So that's a bit out of our reach at the moment. I thought we had more. Did I go back to the chest with stuff? I don't know if I did. Let's go grab whatever's in there. All right, so let's go look and see what we left back here real quick. Yeah, so part of the thing complex is I want to put the Tinker Smeltery in a good spot, and so part of why I haven't built it yet is like I haven't figured out where I want it. Mark, is there a crappier glider? No. And since updates have occurred since my last playthrough, do I plan on making all the Steam multis or getting into LV and MV quicker? It really depends. I don't plan on making all of them just because I want to like check things off the list. But I do plan on making a lot of them. What is purple drink? I don't know, but we're just taking all this. And that too, why not? Okay, so now I can delete that. Oh, you know what I'm gonna need is a way to get into my base. I guess I have this currently, but we'll need a better way. Yeah, a lot of my waypoints I probably will end up deleting. They're just zinc. A lot of them are zinc gravel. A couple of them are houses. I can just remove those. I can see those easy enough from the map. There's a Tinker Smeltery. There's a lava pit underground that we can always use. Still not enough steel, unfortunately. I need a new chest up here. Oops. Don't want that on the ground. Purple drink. Toughness, slowness, and strength. Interesting. Ooh, that could be a good source of a few glass bottles, though. Which I feel like I need for something early on. Maybe not. Maybe it was something else. Okay, well, let's do a little bit of Slime Island searching. Just for fun. Just to kick things off here. And we'll go to the north. Do we have enough food? Oh, we got plenty of food. Do we have our repair station and everything else? Yep. Okay. So to the north we go. I'll even grab some apples on the way out. For snackage, some berries. Yeah, slime islands are really just a roll of the dice. It does seem like on average people spend a lot of time looking for them. So they might be a little bit too rare. It's tricky because it's like you don't need one, so you could argue that they're not too rare because they're not a need, but then at the same time the benefit you get from them is so large that there's an argument of like it's kind of like for a player who is playing with a high value on time efficiency, I think even if it takes you 2 hours to find a slime island, it's still worth your time. So in that sense, like it kind of makes sense to lower the amount of time it takes to find slime islands if like everyone's going to have to do it who's wanting to be time efficient anyway. But I can see the argument for the other side too. You have 3 to 4 slime islands but can't find ground gardens. Yeah. Someone mentioned in the YouTube comments that if I craft a boat, that gets me water gardens right there. So that's super easy. I can just do that already. Oop. Don't want that on the ground. Let's kill cows to pick up leather along the way. Yeah, the problem with stickweed is it's still just nowhere. I mean, you have to be pretty far in before breeding stickweed is anywhere near as good as slime trees. Like, it might even be worse than rubber trees for quite a long time. So stickweed is an option for like MV or HV or whatever, but for the before having crop managers and stuff, I just don't think stickweed's really that great. It's like technically an option, but at that point I think rubber trees are probably just easier. Okay, so we're getting into the new zones where we haven't explored before. Now, I did ask this last time and no one had an answer, but there's a different set of people in chat. So does anyone know, and when I say no, I mean the word no. Does anyone know anything about Slime Island generation? Like, does it only spawn in certain places? Are there restrictions? If you just think that it does, that's not the kind of information I'm looking for. I'm not looking for hearsay, I'm looking for actual facts. If anyone has facts about how Slime Islands spawn, I'm all ears. I forget, what do these drop? Nothing? Wait, they literally drop nothing? Feels weird. Oh, there we go. They have a chance. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, I thought they dropped mushrooms. I remember how much a pain in the butt mycelium was in Ultimate Alchemy. Had to work really hard to get mushrooms going in UA. Per GTNH wiki, the spawn rate is about 1/5 of normal. But like, is there any rhyme or reason to where it spawns? Or is it just random? Could be anywhere. That's a big mountain right there. Why is Wyla showing liquids again? Oops, it's not the button I meant to hit. Wait, what is going on? Show Wyla. Okay. What is happening? Visible. Back, back. And now it's not visible. That literally isn't working. What is going on? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Toggled. Visible. There we go. Okay, toggled versus maintained was what confused me. In my head, maintained was like, it'll maintain itself being on. But that's not how it worked. That was not. Maintained, I would normally use the word hold, like it's a hold button, versus a toggle. Alright. Well, this biome is annoying to explore in, but whatever. Alright, how we doing? No slime islands yet. We did find one of these things. What's this called? A silverwood sapling? I should probably grab some of this while I'm here. If I don't even know, can I? I can. And then we'll see if we can get a sapling. Whoa, there's even shimmer leaves here. Take those. Oh yeah, you can buy the saplings, that's true. But it'd be nice to not buy them. Hey! Get away from me. Wow, what the heck? He almost just killed me like instantly. Oh my goodness. Run away! I don't know where he went. It's like a horror movie. He's out there somewhere. Alright, well he's over there. I'm just gonna go this way, and we're gonna act like you don't exist. Avoid... Oh, he came from down there, I guess. A Jaws theme. A fox! Hi, fox. Cute little guy. Got more house. No Slimeland. These are the blue orchids. How many do you need? You need 1 per curry and 8 curries, right? 16 curries. Guess now's as good a time as any to grab them. What is that? Oh, that's just water. I was like, what is that weird blue substance? Uh-oh. Don't get close to those guys. Oh, I aggroed him. And I only have 11. Where'd he go? Oh, he's following me. Ah! Run! Alright, I got 17. We're good. She's it. Okay, I think we're fine. A lot of brushes with death on this exploration. I really should have made some like leather armor or something. Something basic. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. So, no slime islands yet. Let's go up here. Hey, Gildar, thanks for the good luck message. We'll see how it goes. I think we've got a decent shot at it, you know? What do you have for us up here? Speaking of armor, there's some right there. And sure, I'll take some bread. I don't think anything else is really worth it. Oh, free torches, sure. And steak. Hey, Shaxar, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Is this a village? What's over here? Or just... I don't actually know what's going on. What is this? There's a well, and is this like the tiniest village of all time? I think it is. Got cut off by the water here. But have we found a slime island? The answer is no. Alright, we're gonna get Twitch. You guys gotta get your Twitch channel points in gambling mode. Will I find Slime Island in the next 10 minutes? Yes or no? Submission period. You guys got 1 minute to bet your channel points. Get your bets in. I think the mapping distance is maxed. I think I'm at 12 chunks visibility on the server side of things, so. At least I think I did 12. At least for now, maybe I should do 12 and 12. I think that might be inefficient for TPS later though, but. I can turn the bread into steak sandwiches. Yeah, but don't I need a knife? Which I don't have on me. And I think I've already eaten steak sandwiches before. I've got plenty of food in my bag, so I'm not really worried about that. As far as I'm aware, Complex, the mapping distance only can go up to your chunk viewing distance. It can't go past that. So it wouldn't really help to go past, like you can see that it's maxed at 12. Where did the option go? J. 12 is the max distance. Now, I wonder, I don't remember what I set my server to. Can I go to more? Can I go to 32 for now? I definitely don't mind a little bit of lag. I don't remember. I think the server's limited to something far less than that, is why I think it doesn't matter. I don't know. Yeah. It's limited to whatever my server's at, which is this far. Or it's just taking forever to load. One of those two. I think, yeah, I think we're at the server max. Whatever this is. Unfortunately. So I'd have to restart my server and change that setting. Which, to be perfectly frank, would probably save us time, but we got a prediction going, so we gotta get a move on here. We got a prediction going. And 81% of the points are on yes, which is interesting. Last time, a lot of people voted yes as well, and I think you guys are just really hopeful. I'm not that hopeful. But at the end of this 10 minutes, we will run back towards the base. You want to believe. I would love to find a slime island. Nothing yet. We'll go west for a couple minutes and then we'll go north, then we'll go east, I think is the path. Does it support, what was that sound, by the way? Why did I just get like the quest complete sound? And I don't know what the locate command is, but I probably wouldn't use it. I'm not looking to cheat. We'll find it the good old-fashioned way. Or we won't. But we won't find it the good old-fashioned way, too. It doesn't seem like... got any luck going this way. We'll do another couple minutes. You never know when a slime island will pop up. Again, it really is funny to me because I did like 3 or 4 worlds in preparation for the series, and I think I found a slime island on all of them, like near the spawn, with no problems. Red chickens, also known as roasters. Something poisoned me. Not seeing one yet. Let's go north. What is a structure compass? I don't even know what that is. Is that how you find things like slime islands or roguelike dungeons or whatever? My PC specs are a GTX 4060 in terms of graphics card, processors, 13700K, i7 13700K, and I mean, I have 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM, I guess. Nothing else really matters that much. Nothing yet. Across this lake, I guess. My GPU is old? How is a 4060 old? It's 1 generation old. I don't think you understand what old GPU means. An old GPU would be like a 1060. That's old. 4060 is not old. I did say GTX. Is it not GTX 4060? Is that not the letters? RTX? When did they stop? When did they switch from GTX to RTX? I just thought all NVIDIA cards were GTX. It's just what my brain auto-completes, apparently, or auto-fills. I think a slime island is just around the corner. I feel it. Just around, nope, okay, never mind. They switched in the 30 series. Okay, interesting. All right, we're at 5 minutes. No slime island yet. I think a 2060 is just on the verge of like, it's old, but it's not ancient. You know, like, I don't remember how many years ago they came out, but it's certainly not a spring chicken. Okay, no slime island. Oh, shoot, I didn't see those circles. We should keep an eye out for those circles, because that's where we're gonna find steel, by the way. Whoa. It's not, or is that a diamond? Haha! Easy diamonds, just small diamond ore sticking out of the ground. All right, so now I think we'll go east from here. No, for me, they put the slime islands next to the desert gardens. That's the one I still haven't been able to find. I've got plenty of ground gardens. But I need the desert. It's also crazy how much hunger you use when you're exploring because of all the jumping and sprinting. All right, we're at 7.5 minutes. Believers are potentially in shambles here. I already have paper bark trees complex. So we're covered on that front. Still nothing, huh? 8 minutes. Come on, baby. Just feels like we should have found one by now. With all the exploring we've done. We've got 1 more minute before the time's up on the prediction. Wow, 40,000 channel points were bet on yes. That's a lot. Believers are really in shambles. The no votes are gonna win a lot of points. Unless we find one here in the next few seconds. Got 30 seconds left. And then I'll double back for that. Alright, that's 10 minutes. Looks like no slime island to me. What's up with all these horizontal or vertical lines here? Seems like glitchy terrain generation. I might go over there though for the oasis. Is it worth doubling back for that? Yeah, it might have steel, which could get me a glider. I think it's worth it. All right, so we're gonna do another prediction, and this prediction is gonna be a little bit more open-ended. What we're gonna do, choose outcome, no. For this prediction, we're gonna say, will I find Slime Island by the time we get back? By the time we get home. Wow. You only get 45 letters for this. All right, started another prediction. Those of you on YouTube, come over to Twitch if you want to do the channel points betting. It's surprisingly entertaining. Given the channel points are worthless, it's still fun. All right. Okay. So yeah, roughly this direction. Maybe we get... How much more steel do I need? I think I need 4 more steel to make a glider. Steam age. You were wondering what stream age meant? Yeah, it's not the stream age. Though it's kind of that. Alright, what do we got there? Oh, that's not... Shoot. All this work and it's not even what I thought it was. Sad. Is it worth... I don't remember... Is there like steel in the top level of these? There could be. I don't remember what the reward structure is. So it could be worth doing a quick look-see. Let me get rid of a couple of things real quick. Oak sapling, random cobble, random feather. Glider with no piston boots is a little rough, but it's still better than nothing. Figure maybe we get lucky with a couple chests here. Or we get unlucky. Or maybe this is lucky. Oh my. Why don't we just... What is going on here? Where's the dungeon? Oh, it's just more stairs. I see. Okay, well, it's at least worth looking to see if there are treasures afoot. What's in these ones again? Fireworks? Like a million fireworks? I don't remember. Oh! Whoa! The redstone repeater might be worth something. Oh yeah, I should take the hoppers. Good point. Good point. Hoppers are expensive. At least at this stage of the game. Trash the berries. I might just trash the beef. I can eat the bread soon, so... get rid of a few things here. The problem is I just don't use... Like, by the time I'm gonna need stuff like droppers and comparators, I don't think they'll be very expensive. My inventory is pretty limited right now. I just don't use things like that basically ever. Like, I think I used stuff like that a few times in my entire last playthrough. So, it's just not a high priority. I'm sure I'll have come back to one of these dungeons at that point. Anyway. Take an anvil, though. And... nothing good there. There's a spawner over there. Cool, cool, cool. Really nothing in there. And I don't think we're gonna go this way. No, thank you. This could be death. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're saying we're done. No more. No steel. Alright. Anvil is steel. Is it though? Is it steel in a way that I can actually get back? And it's slightly damaged. I guess I can get molten iron out of it. No, it's only iron dust. It's not steel. Okay, so back to journeying. I want to see in this oasis, because I'm still looking for desert gardens too. Let's not forget that. Get leather for me, Mr. Cow. The only place to find steel is if there's a treasure room on the bottom floor. Yeah, that would be a lot more fighting than I have equipment for. Kaboom! All right. See, the glider would be so nice jumping off of this mountain. Maybe we'll find a slime island after all. There's bound to be one eventually. I'm just wondering if Oasis could have, I should probably have the wiki pulled up since we're looking for desert gardens on which biomes can even have them. Red sand. Please have desert gardens, please. I don't see any. Oh, man. None? That's a bummer. Oh, but there's a desert over there that could have desert gardens. Wait, can I just make... I don't want to make the tools. I don't have the inventory space for it. I was gonna say I could just make a boat right here and now, but it wouldn't really save me that much time anyway. This isn't that far. It's anything with a sandy tag. It has to have the sandy tag to be able to spawn desert gardens. Anyway, what was I just about to look at? I was just gonna look at the boat, not the boat. Oh, I was gonna look at the adventurer backpack. I'm trying to remember. That one needs aluminum to get started, but the regular backpack I can already make with a steel ring. So I should probably make that when we get back, just to have, because that'll be really nice. Use one steel for that. Okay, are we gonna strike out again in a hot desert? Seems like we are. I don't see any gardens here. Nope. Good freaking night. How have I been able to explore this much of the world and not find a desert garden? I mean, we've explored a lot. We've explored a lot. No Slime Island either. I don't think. Yeah, nothing yet. All right, we should probably go south now. See the issues that I'm looking for them. Yeah, I get it. I get it. What is that? What the heck? What? Why? What? 2 manganese ingots and 4 knowledge fragments. Oh, is it from this thing? Also, I don't know what's happening with the sky there. Maybe time to start buying garden bags. I mean, maybe. That feels like failure to me. Okay, is this another canyon biome here? Seems like it. Hot forest. What's this biome? Oh, it's all hot forest? Weird. Oh yeah, what is that back there? Hold on. John, that's an interesting question. What is that other biome? I really wish it would remember what biome something was, the journey map, like mouse over thing. It'll only tell you what's currently within sight. So you can't go back and see what biome something was. There's something over here. That's not the hot desert. Ugh. We run even further from home. This is gonna be a great stream, isn't it? Oh gosh, we're already an hour in. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know we were that far in. This goes really fast for me. I don't mind it. Like, it's kind of fun, but it is not the most interesting of progress, is it? Yeah, I've avoided the quicksand on purpose. I ain't no spring chicken. What is this? Brushland. Okay, I think it's time to pull up the GTNH wiki here for myself. Wiki biomes. And then I can... look for sandy. Or no, I should look for brushland. Brushland is hot, dry savanna plains, so it is not sandy, therefore cannot have desert gardens. So that was a waste of time. Cool. Okay, but there is a witchery circle, that I'm pretty sure of. So let's beeline it to that, and then we'll go south to home. And maybe we'll find a slime garden, or slime island, or a desert garden on the way home. Going this way so I don't have to climb up as high. Yeah, exactly. It's nice to go on a walk and touch some grass once in a while. Hey, CK. Welcome, welcome. Okay, where am I? I need to go east and then a little south. Ah! Couldn't even see it. Fell off a block. Alright. Is there any way to find a hungry node other than running into it with your face? I mean, you can see the decimation if you're like noticing, but no, they're pretty dumb. I'm of the opinion that hungry nodes are not good gameplay. I don't find them interesting in the least. Well, sorry. I mean, they are interesting as a concept, but like as far as an actual game mechanic where you can't go back and get your corpse items, that just seems like really bad design to me. Because it's one of the, like, it's a noob trap. It just punishes people who don't know what they are or have never seen it before. And it doesn't provide all that much value apart from that. So it's just mostly a negative in my opinion. Anyway, you just had your first machine explosion. You can disable those. Now, I mean, if you like the idea of machines exploding and losing stuff, that's totally fine, but you can disable it so that stuff doesn't blow up in claimed chunks. Or it'll blow up, but it won't destroy other things, I should say. Coven Witch. Well, I'm gonna go steal your stuff. I would like to have all your things that you hid under the water. No! Useless! I mean, I'll take a free beef Wellington, I guess, but come on. Nothing? No steel? No nothing? Rude. Alright, any sky... Keep wanting to call them sky islands. They're slime islands. Nope. Yeah, the Thaumcraft ones have a wider range of stuff, but the witch circles do have steel, which is the main thing I care about right now. Sky Islands isn't wrong. Yeah, they are sky slimes. I'm still kind of shocked we haven't found one, to be honest. We've explored a lot. My poor save file size is getting larger for no reason. Imagine if we had already found them. Hey! No, these are the... Okay, just kidding. These are the tricks. The stupid tiny cacti. Got excited for a moment. Because, yeah, we've been to Lush Desert before. Does Lush Desert not have Sandy as a tag? Lush Desert... no, it does have Sandy as a tag, so... From what I understood, desert gardens are capable of spawning in any biome with the Sandy tag, but... This is now the second Lush Desert we've seen, and it hasn't had any, so I'm starting to call BS on that. I'm calling BS. I think the wiki's lying about something. And... Oh, wait! We did it! Yes! Boom. All right. We have succeeded. This whole trip was not for naught. Beautiful. That should be enough. I guess I can grab a few more since we're here. Because I need 8 plus however many I need to break them and get the items inside, but we can also propagate them. I think they even grow on grass, don't they? It's just like they don't show up on grass. Now we just need a slime island and everything will be perfect. Where am I? I think I probably want to go west-ish. Not have a huge unexplored area. Okay, how many did I end up with? 11? That's pretty much enough. Let me eat the bread. Whew. Wow, desert gardens, man. Who knew? Who knew? It'd be so hard to find. Okay, that should be enough. Yeah, 16. That gives me 8 to break to get just a single cactus fruit. That's the only thing in there that we don't even have already. Should I grab this kind of cactus? Is this a different... Can I do anything with this? Not really. Gives fruit after a rainstorm. That's interesting. Okay, we're going towards home now. Believers are in double shambles if we don't find a slime island on the way home. We'll see what happens. Nothing yet. I just keep hoping to see one floating in front of us and keeps not happening. Well, in the next stream, I will probably change the server settings to increase the chunk distance so that we can explore a little better next time we do. And then where should my next exploration even be? I mean, if home is here, we've explored a lot. I mean, I guess we could go west or south around here. It's just a long way away from home. Yeah, that's why I've been looking for the witch circles, is to try to get the glider. The piston boots help a lot too, but the glider's a bigger deal than the piston boots, I would think. Or I think. Because the glider actually speeds you up, whereas the piston boots just help get up hills. Get some more zinc gravel. Yeah, I just really liked the idea of having the slime saplings going before we had to do anything with rubber or anything like that. I was hopeful for that, but it just doesn't seem like that's what we're gonna get. Unfortunately. There's another one. We could get some steel from that, so I'll go out of my way. North a little bit. No, I don't run a 24-hour server. Server pauses when I'm not on, and I just close it. So, because I'm running it on my main computer. Eventually, if I get to the ultra late game, I might do that, but definitely not yet. Maybe we find a slime island on our detour here. It's always when you're not looking that you find what you're looking for. Oh, Oh, come on. Come on. So rude. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, back home we go. At least we're not empty-handed. But no Slime Island. Oh, that got me excited for a second when I saw something spawn in the sky. Just a big tree. Sad. I would grab the clay, but we don't really have the inventory for it. Because we're gonna need more for grout and stuff. Man, what a bummer. I thought for sure we'd get it today. How many searches will we need to search before the search has been searched? But we did get a couple good things. We got some hoppers, we got zinc gravel, we got some diamonds, we got some random shimmer leaf and manganese, we got our desert gardens. So it was not a failed trip. It might be time to look up probabilities. Get that complaint equity going. Okay, let's just look through to double check I didn't miss one somewhere. Real quick. Not seeing anything. It would be really funny if I had missed one. But I'm not seeing one. I don't think we missed it. I do keep seeing this, and it looks like a fish to me. Oh, where'd it go? This little thing looks like a little fish on the map every time I see it. All right, back home we go. Time to move the base. Is there a chest over here? No. All right. Let us continue actually playing the mod pack rather than just running around. Running around is part of the Zen experience. It's part of the complete package. How far are we from home still? Okay, we're not far. It's just on the other side of this tree. Yeah. It's possible. I mean, I need the BBF for steel, so we're still pretty far from that. But at the same time, it's possible we could kind of rush that to get glider. Piston boots are a little trickier because for that we need to go to the nether, which needs obsidian, and obsidian's kind of, you know, you just start getting into the weeds at some point. Then it'll be forever. And I think we probably want a slime sapling before then. So I will probably explore more in the next stream. Yeah, we already looted this one. Just making sure. Yeah, but then the other problem is finding sulfur. It's not always just right there. Probably a decent chance you find sulfur quickly in the nether, but there's also a decent chance you just die. Alright, we made it home. Yay. That was a nice long stroll, indeed. Indeed. Alright, let's put stuff away. I don't even know where to put everything. I'm just gonna do this. It makes me feel better about life. I will put the desert gardens. We'll get them replicating somewhere. Not that I need them to. Just to get a few extras. Oh, you actually do need to put them on sand. Okay. Never mind then. Good thing we got enough. We could always have planted sand, but... yeah. Grab like 4. I guess I need a piece of sand then. Okay, I'm gonna start recording for the YouTube episode. Whoa, what is that? Okay, I didn't want to open that. What was that? That was... seven on the numpad. Was that a Wyla thing? Where do you configure the hotkeys for Wyla? Not that. Open goggles config. That's what I just did somehow. Okay, I'm gonna change that to like 2. Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. So for you future YouTubians, this is going to be the first of the unedited YouTube slices. So we are still going to be cutting the streams, but I'm not going to be editing them down just because I want to get more content in, and that's what we're going to be doing. So I do think this is still the best way to go about things, but again, I am looking to partner with an editor, so if you or someone you know would or is interested, let me know about that. So for now, you'll just be getting 1 hour-ish sections of the stream, and I won't be like trimming out lots of things. I might pause the recording sometimes if I know I'm about to do something long, but other than that, here we are. So I did just spend about an hour and a half streaming and exploring more of this godforsaken world map. Again, I don't know what's up with all these lines on the map, but we did find desert gardens finally up here, and we also found a couple random diamonds from a small ore. We found, what else did I find? I put it all in this box. Oh, I went down into a roguelike dungeon and found a few hoppers. But nothing crazy. We found a slightly damaged anvil as well. But that's about it. Found some, what's it called? Silverwood tree, some shimmer leaf. But that was pretty much it. So that was our haul. The main idea was the desert gardens. So what we can do with those guys is finally get the last thing we need, which is cactus fruit. That's it. That was the whole reason we needed them. And for the healing axe later, of course. So we will plant the cactus fruit right here. And then I guess we need, maybe this is a good spot for, do I need cactus, by the way? Oh, I should get at least one cactus juice to eat. Cactus I don't care too much about growing, but what we could do is plant like watermelons right there, and then we could do the same thing for pumpkins on one of these. Though I would have to remove something. I could maybe remove the lettuce from here and move broccoli over. Well, but then I need 2 slots. I don't actually know. Can broccoli go in a spring salad? Yeah, sure can. So let's get some more stuff for food. Exactly. If you join on the live Twitch streams, you can bet your channel points on whether or not I find slime islands, and the answer is always no. But somehow more points have been bet on yes, so believers are just always consistently in shambles. By the way, I need to finish that outcome. Will we find Slime Island? No, we did not. We did not. Okay, what else am I grabbing? Garlic. Get all of our main food groups here. Garlic, eggplant, lettuce, broccoli, and I'm forgetting one. Oh, the blueberries. You know, we never planted a new blueberry plantation after we moved it for our house. I might need to do that. Also, Travis, thanks. I felt clever about the idea for bushes as windows, early game windows. I kind of got it from the quest book saying to use them as fences or walls in your early game because they grow to be 3 tall naturally. But yeah, in this episode, I think what we want to do is get our first machine in the Steam Age and therefore enter the Steam Age. So we're gonna have to make bricks for that. I probably should, I have enough clay, we can just make some clay bricks. I was gonna, at some point we'll go like work on chopping down one of the houses nearby, because there are a few. I think there's one, I thought there was one on my little island here. Maybe it's further south. Yeah, there's one down there, there's a village down there, that's where we got the smeltery. We have not gotten the smeltery from the village way out to the east. There's still a smeltery in here. You'd think we could see it from map view. Where is it? Huh. But I thought there was a smeltery there. Anyway. But yeah, we're gonna have to move all our stuff in the base. We got all sorts of things to do. First order of business is put away all the fruits and vegetables. Why don't I take lettuce and broccoli, put them in here. Cacti. Garlic. Random sand. Oh yeah, another thing we need to do is get some more. I did get a bunch of leather. I killed cows as we ran around because I knew we'd need tanned leather. So why don't we work on a couple of these. Of course it's not working because I'm not in the crafting bench. That's a good reason for it not to work. Okay. So there's 6 bound leather. Get those going. One of the reasons I want to be working on that is the adventure, no, not the adventure backpack. That needs aluminum. Just the regular backpack. We need 5 tanned leather and a steel ring, which is only 1 steel ingot. So I can already make that as soon as this tanned leather's done. And then this is just a normal backpack that you can like hotkey to open. So that's super handy, and that will help hold random stuff that we don't always want to be carrying around. And I mined out all the dirt, as you can see, on this side of the house. So I think I'll put my smelting wall in the corner here. I am going to remove the wall and replace it with wood. And then the other thing that we talked about doing was replacing the floor with like potentially chiseled cobblestone or chiseled smooth stone to prevent mob spawns, so I don't have to spam torches on the floor. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our furnaces. I don't know how many I need. I think last game I had 8 and it was like, or 12. I didn't have that many. I think this is probably, what is this? This is gonna be 20? I think that should be plenty. So we'll just need a bunch of flint for that and some cobblestone. So some more gravel. We will need some smooth stone. Let me get the charcoal that we've built up. Oh, I just sorted. I shouldn't have done that. It's okay. We have so much work to do with sorting out like chests and stuff. Why don't I make another crafting table? Can you do crafting tables with rubber wood? You can. Okay, why don't I just make 2 crafting tables right now? Because we're gonna need them all over the place. For now, I'll just put 1 here. Or maybe over there. And then for furnaces, we need to get some charcoal going. Also, is it cursed to have an odd number here? 5? It feels a little cursed. Potentially. But yeah, we need smooth stone for making more mortars. You know, I do have 10 hoppers that we got. We could use that for smelting automation. The problem is, 1 is too slow. And it's tricky to automate like round robin distribution type stuff with hoppers. So you'd have to, I don't know. I feel like it's easier if I have 10 stacks to just put the 10 stacks into 10 furnaces rather than 5 hoppers that then end up going into 5 furnaces. Because the furnaces are slow enough that I kind of don't want more than 1 stack at a time, generally. So I think it's probably fine the way it is. I'm looking for smooth stone. Do we have more? We do. Okay, because I want to make more macerators. AKA mortars. I don't know why I keep forgetting what they're called. And then we should be able to make all of the flint here. And then with some cobble, we should be able to make all of the furnaces. What's up, Cadis? No issues with auto crafting so far. I haven't checked, I haven't updated since you said the other thing was fixed though, with like the thing we found with fruit salads. I haven't updated since then, so that issue is still there, I'm assuming. Okay, wait, I need a total of 20, but I already have 6, so that's 14 more. Okay. This should be more than enough furnaces for what we need. I hope. If it's not, we've done something else wrong. And then let's get this wall mined out. Why not blast furnace? What are you guys talking about? You mean the BBF for steel? Or do you mean this? I've never heard of this. I don't know what this is. Is it just a faster furnace? Is this something the quest book is going to tell me about eventually? Wow, there's a lot of things that say blast furnace. That's about the bricked blast furnace. Probably one of these. There it is, a better furnace. Okay, it's 10 iron apiece plus smelted smooth stone. Oh, it's only for ores. Interesting. I might do 10 and 10 then. Or 12 and 8. Yeah, that's a new thing for sure. I do need to put my repair bench down. And then repair my flint shovel. And then we need to close up this wall. As fast as 2 snails. Exactly. Do I have my chisel? I don't know what I did with my chisel. Where did we put the chisel? Seriously though, I have no idea where I left it. Yeah, there. Okay. And there's the saw. We should have that too. I'm slowly trying to get everything out of the hovel, I think is the goal. So let's make some logs. And then the horizontal. Fill this in for now. And we'll get more windows and stuff going, but I just want to have the basic wall finished. This could be a good spot for a window on this side, I think. I should also grab the digger's backpack. That would help. Okay, so the window, we chop out this part. And then this. You replace the iron furnace in the EBF with the EF. That's a lot of letters. I think I understand what you're saying. You're using the new thing I just looked at instead of the iron furnace. But does the iron furnace still exist? Okay, so then for the window, we'll finish this. And this. And then we need dirt. And then we need to plant blueberry bushes. Which I have in here somewhere. Yeah, the iron furnace is this guy. And that's a very similar thing. So it does feel weird to have both of these in the game. Because doesn't that smelt everything twice as fast? It feels like they're kind of very similar objects. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the blueberry bushes. Oh, it doesn't do twice as fast. What is it, 50% faster? 66% faster? Okay, so berry bushes there. Let's get a sleep in here. Oh, they're only 20% faster? That's surprisingly small of a boost. Sweet. Okay, so the basics of the house are there. There's still a lot of work left to do here, but I'm at least okay now to start working through the quest book a little bit here. So what we want to do is read this. When all you have is a hammer, the whole world looks like a nail. See Gregtech Material Tools tab in NEI. Gregtech Materials Tools tab in NEI. So if I were to look at something like a wrench, Then you can look at this. And what does this do for you? I guess you can skim through and see all the tool durabilities for a specific type of thing. I wonder how they're sorted. No particular order, it seems. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we can... Oh, we also need a crowbar. So that one's just detect. Hammer, we already know about that. We need a steel wrench at some point. That's a good note to get tin pipes. Wrenches are a really important tool. You shall proceed. As you've gathered and crafted all materials and tools you need for your basic steam machinery, you may now proceed to the next tier. Woohoo! Keep in mind that you'll need mountains of resources in order to craft even the simplest things. So you should probably stock up on all ores in this tier, but that's up to you. As a special reward, you get a pair of hollow glasses to look inside your inventories. Place it in the mask slot and use the keybind to turn it on. So we need to make some unfired clay bricks, which need the wooden form, which we should already have. And that's in this. Where did I leave it? It's in here already. We've got a decent amount of clay already. So we can just do one of these guys. Spread everything out. Boom. There's 2 stacks of bricks. And we can get those going. I also did grab a bunch of the birch logs from our bonsais. So we'll keep our creosote ovens going, or coke ovens, same thing. See, this is where like using buckets is just such a pain in the butt. I don't know. It's a pain to get the creosote buckets fueling everything. Because a stack of charcoal does what? 2 stacks of items? 3? 4? I don't remember how many units of time it takes to smelt one thing. But that should get our bricks done pretty quick here. How many did we need for the quest? Only 8. And then you just make 2 bricks at a time from a water bucket situation. So I'll wait till I have 16. Yeah, a stack of charcoal does 8. So creosote's just such a pain in the butt to use. Oh, there's another person saying what I should do. Unhelpful terminology. I don't really like dealing with empty buckets and bucketing everything. It's such a pain. Because you have to fill every smelter twice to get through 1 stack of items. That's really annoying. I think people other people are maybe willing to put up with that annoyance, but I find that to be really annoying. Now, if I'm at the point where the charcoal I'm making is not enough, I might need to use the creosote or whatever, but right now I got plenty. Okay, so I need to grab the actual buckets. I should probably make more of these. I have so many little tasks to do. We'll run down here. And then we can do this. And we're gonna need so many more bricks than this, but this is fine to start. I also might expand this path so that like that's a stairway all the way down to the sea level, or lake level, I should say. It does make this a little awkward, but I can always move that. even if my coke ovens were right here, I still don't see how dealing, because then you gotta like click here, get your empties out, get your empty out, get your empty out, get all your empties out, click, 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 fill them all up. Then you gotta put in a full one. Then you gotta switch out the empty and put in another full one with the stack of stuff already ready. And so it's just like so many steps for one stack of smelting. Anyway. Okay, so we've got the bricks. And now we need 7 iron plates. So let's go grab some iron. And we're gonna need probably the hammer and the file. I don't know for sure what tools we're gonna need yet. My inventory's a mess. I'm just ignoring that part. We're just hard ignoring that part. All right, iron plates. We're gonna make a whole page for all these eventually. Although it's pretty soon that we're gonna not need a page for this, to be fair. But all right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we need the wrench and a furnace. Should I just make 2 of these to start? I mean, I've got the bricks. I might. They're not the best boilers, but I'll just make 2. It's easy enough. Oh no, why is that sound effect so loud? Goodness. Hammer is just a stick and 6. Of course I don't have sticks though. And rubber wood cannot make sticks, which I always find to be a little funny. All right, 1. Okay, hammer. Go ahead and, should I favorite? I don't think anything I'm crafting is gonna need to make hammers as part of the process, so probably don't need to favorite that one. Okay, so anyway, back to making 2 more of those. And then we need 2 furnaces, which need the flint and cobble. I don't know why I came out to this crafting chest. It's where I crafted furnaces last. All right, so 2 iron furnaces, bada bing, bada boom. And now we still need bronze plates. So I'm gonna need 10 bronze each. So let's go find where that went. There it is. And then we can do this guy. And I meant 10 ingots each, not 10 bronze each. All right, and then here we go. Woohoo! 2 small coal boilers. Yay! And I'll put them right here to start. And we will need water. Ooh. Special music. And I'll take definitely, well, yeah, I guess I'll take the fluid pipes. Those will be useful. GG, we beat the game. We can quit now while we're ahead. We still have so much more to do, even on this tier. I want to look into all of these because there is new stuff in 2.7 and 2.8, so there might be a couple new pieces of information. A lot of it's already been pointed out by Cadis and some others, but apparently we need to consume a tanned leather for this. So let's do that. Let me put the cotton away, put the coins away. Oh, it said consume no. I just can't read. What is reading anyway? All right. Now, let's make that backpack. So for that, we need 1 steel ring. And that's just a single steel ingot turned into a steel rod, turned into a ring. So that's easy peasy. Let me just put the buckets away here. Find wherever my steel is. I think it's actually up here. So 1 of those, we do need... Do we need the saw? No. I can't remember. Steel ring from a rod. Boom. And then I do need 3 woven cotton. So I need 3 more of these guys. Inventory. So Cadis, if you're still here, I found a kind of bug. I don't, ideally it would break out of that infinite loop on its own somehow. Because as a player, that feels very much like the game is broken. I understand it's because I didn't have enough inventory space. How do I have such limited inventory space? I'm used to Factorio with my 100 slots or whatever I have. Okay, there we go. So now we should be able to make the backpack. There's got to be a quest for that, right? Yeah, where is this quest? Got the sleeping bag. Of course that's a crafting task. Why is that a crafting task? That's so annoying to me. Man, that's just it just makes me mad. I will happily, if someone knows what I type into the console to like force complete this, I would happily do that. Because it's like, we already did this. We made a sleeping bag. But now we won't be able to get the quest reward for it. So the backpack, whoa. Oh, that's a Steam. You know, it might be after steel. Yeah. And that one's a crafting task too. That's so annoying. BQ edit, BQ admin. Neither of those do anything. But we have a backpack. What is it? Control B, Shift B. No. What's the backpack hotkey? Controls, backpack, open backpack. We don't have one. Do I have anything on V? I'm not using the V key for anything. I guess when we get to the matter manipulator, we might need to change that, but for now... let's do that. I forget what I did before. And then you have to like equip it. Rename your backpack. Big boy. Okay, so you can just open it normally, but I think you can equip it. Do you have to do it like this? I don't remember how this works. Or can this one not be equipped? Is that... Shift plus backpack button. You mean sneak plus backpack button. There we go. Perfect. Aha! Yay! We have a backpack now. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, and we'll put on our hollow glasses. And then that lets us see what's inside of chests, which is super handy. Twitch overlays in a time loop. Oh no. Weird. It is. I don't know what's happened. Seems to be working fine. Huh. Okay, we have a lot to catch up on. So, there's so much to do. This is where the game can feel overwhelming. I've already built up technical debt and we're in, stage 1. So I think for the next bit of this episode and stream, we're just going to work on all the various pieces of technical debt we're in, like my organization, which is in total shambles, things around the base. Yeah, we got a lot to do. So first thing I want to do is do that quest thing. So you guys are correctly saying that I forgot the underscore. So it's BQ admin edit with a slash, I guess. Okay, so edit mode is on, and now I go to the quest designer. And then I can go to... I don't want to screw something up. I just want to complete this sleeping bag quest. Can I force complete it from the edit, or how do I do that? Manual complete. Yay! Okay. And that's the only one we needed for now. Okay, and then turn edit mode off. Perfect. Okay. Not a fan of those crafting tasks, especially for something like a sleeping bag where you really want to make it as soon as you can before the quest book. Like, there's certain things where the quest book is kind of like, it's gated in a way that you really can't make it, or at least not feasibly, before it would be unlocked. But this is something that's really easy to make before you have it unlocked. So it doesn't really make sense to make it a crafting task rather than a retrieval task. I don't know. It also feels weird because it's inconsistent. Retrieval tasks just in general are better. Making it a crafting task feels pretty outdated at this point. Okay, so anyway, technical debt, CK, is when you build up a bunch of things you have to do and you haven't done them. So like, we have to fix the floor to make it look nice. We have to move a bunch of our stuff out into these chests. We have to get our chests organized. There's like all sorts of stuff we have to do to make our base nice. I guess this door, hey, there's a quest, can be here now. For now, we want to make a garage door for that. So yeah, let's work on getting more organized. I'm gonna pause the YouTube recording and I'm just gonna work on moving stuff around in chests for a minute here. So let's do that. Okay, I've paused, so don't let me forget if I start doing something really interesting to resume the recording. But let's first make a bunch of chests here, which will require birch logs, of which I guess I still have some, but let's go gather some more. Don't sprint. Cool. Okay, so then the logs plus the flint. Let me put away the leather. And cotton. We're gonna end up with a lot of extra saplings. Is there anything useful we can do with them at this stage? Not really. I can smelt them into wood ash, which then can help me make more bone meal from bones. But that's about all I could do with it right now. So then crafting. That's a tool station. I want the crafting station. Okay, so then we should be able to go over to... I'm gonna need some sort of organization here. Let's put, like, chest-like things. Oh, this is kind of annoying, actually, about the tool station. Because of what it does to the search bar. But anyway, chest at Minecraft. So this guy right here. We don't want the flint making part, or do we? I guess we do. That's fine. And then we can just make chests that way. Oh, it's because it's next to the tool station? Oh, you're right. That's interesting. It like inherits the box, the text box. Okay, so we can get a bigger chest later, but for now, this is our beautiful auto crafting station. So we'll put stuff like our tools in there, and some wood, and some iron, and some flint. Yeah. Okay, so we don't need that crafting table right there. And then we need a bunch more chests. I need to sleep because I don't have a garage door yet. Oh, come on. What is that? Give me that soft mallet. All right, let's grab all that stuff. Rolling pin. I don't think hitting it with a rolling pin does much, but the soft mallet might. There we go. That fixed. Ooh, we woke up and chose violence with the haste modifier today. Okay, so more chests would be nice. There's 4 more doubles right here. All right, well, that's a good amount of storage. It's maybe not enough yet, but it's at least something. Why don't we do signs? How hard are signs to make in this game? Ugh. A million sticks. And I basically just need a saw and a bunch of planks and paper. So let's go get some paper. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. This should be enough paper, I think. But since we're here, I think we have enough paper bark trees. Then again, I don't remember if there's some projects that require a lot of paper later. But at least at this stage of the game, I think this is more than enough. Yeah, Black Noise, I probably should. I have originally needed more saplings, and so I was trying to spread them out, but now that we have enough, I don't even want that. I probably could make it a little better. But, okay, what was I doing? So we're crafting, potentially... Let me put this saw in here, as well as maybe we'll do the rolling pins. And the paper. Okay, so then what we want is the oak sign, or birch sign, I guess. They all make oaks. Excuse me? Okay. Hello. Goodbye. And then the birch plank from slabs, and then the slabs from that, and then oop, and then that from that, and that should be, oh, and sticks. See, this is where the favorites are important, because we could have just done Shift C in the first place. So I should favorite that. I don't think these are used for many other things, so I'm not going to favorite that one. But now I should be able to just go boom. Oh, that's so nice. And now I am missing a saw. So now we need like a tool page. So here we'll put a saw. Iron saw. And saw blade. Okay, so this is the one we want. I guess we should favorite how to make a saw blade and favorite how to make a plank. And then what we could do, Dave, 37 months, thanks so much for the sub. Boop. And now I should be able to Shift A there, and it just does the whole thing. Even the missing sticks if we happen to not have them. Cool. Okay, so then I can make a saw real quick. It is kind of annoying that it puts all this stuff back in your inventory. All the tools that it used. But, hey, I'm not going to complain too much. Okay, and then back to the page with the signs. Perfect. So someone said something about putting a sign on the chest, but the problem with this is that it gets in the way of clicking on it. So I'm not a fan of that. There's also these bibliocraft signs. And I could try one of those. Paper sign and a label. Let's just see what that is. There's the birch one. So we can just make one. What are we missing? More sticks. So what kind of sign is this? Whoa. So you can put items in it? Whoa, there's all sorts of things you can do with these. But they're still not really what we want here. Labels from Bibliocraft? Oh, the label I just made, but then it was part of the bigger sign. Map frame, label. Is stream kill? Stream is partially kill. Okay, those look like that. They get less in the way. Yeah, I like that. I am a fan. I shouldn't have made so many signs. Okay, so we need to automate that then. I don't know why the lag has been so bad the last week or two. It's just so frustrating. I don't know if it's my ISP or my router. I just don't seem to have an easy way to fix it. For now, we'll just have to live with it. Okay, so why don't I add this to the favorites, and then I add this to the that already is favorited. So then I should just be able to add this to the whole list. Now I can just go boom, 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 boom. It's not working because I'm out of oak. Why is that? Because I don't have a stick from birch. But see, I do. I guess I have to unfavorite that one. But how do you... How do you unfavorite? I guess we have to look at the usage for oak. Is this the way to do it? But see, that's not even favorited. Now I'm confused. I can change that to birch planks. That still doesn't fix this issue though. So why is the stick recipe... Why are oak and birch favorited? Oh, is it this favorite that it's thinking? I bet it is. I wonder what happens if I recreate this. Can I delete a whole tab? I guess maybe if I collapse it first. All right, let's sleep. There's monsters nearby? Come on. No, I don't know why it's still lagging. This is the same issue we've had before. I have no means to fix it right now, unfortunately. My internet's perfect. Like, I could watch high definition whatever. I could upload high definition whatever, and yet Twitch just does this thing. And it's not lagging because I don't have enough bandwidth available. It's really weird. What am I hearing? Am I hearing a spider or something? No idea. It's probably underground. Okay, so anyway, what are we doing here? We're trying to get the birchwood label automatically crafted from components. But see, there it didn't even add sticks into the list because we unfavorited sticks. Shift scrolled on the sticks, but we need a shift scroll on this. Like that. I don't know if that's right or not. And then if I go back to Shift A here, no, see, it's still using oak planks. Why? That doesn't really make sense to me, just because oak planks are a favorited item. I think that's why that's happening. I bet that will fix it, and now it will work. Yeah, on birch. Yeah, that's really weird. Because the item itself is favorited from any recipe, it then shows up as a favorite potential for next steps, even though the recipe itself wasn't linked, if that makes sense. In some ways, that's what you want with Or Dictionary. In some ways, it's what you don't want. It's really weird. Anyway, we should be able to now just do this. Huzzah! Yay! And now we're out of birch. Those use a lot of logs. But we've got labels now for our chest wall to start out. And what kind of organization do we want here? So let's start up here with... Oh, we can't type on these? Oh. That's a bummer. I thought we could type on them and just have like one word or whatever. Well, okay. I guess that's fine. So I'm gonna do saplings, bushes, and gardens. Am I doing something wrong? Do you have to do empty hand to edit it? Empty hand, sneak, right click. Okay, got it. So saplings, gardens. Just gonna dump everything else in there for now. Not the mushrooms. And not the sugarcane. Are we still lagging, by the way? Or did it finally fix itself? It still hasn't fixed itself? That's bad. It normally fixes itself pretty fast. Sorry, everybody. I don't know. I can't do anything about it. It's really frustrating. Okay, so anyway, that's saplings and gardens. Does anything else go in that category? From in here, there's some saplings. Okay. And then... gardens-wise, I will do... or, like, the things that I'm gardening for... I feel like we needed a lot of space for all the different Pam stuff, but let's do one for like... this is tricky. I think what I'll do is I'll do one for like fruits and one for veggies. It's not a perfect split, but it at least gets us somewhere in terms of organization. So, but there's gonna be two veggies. There almost needs to be green veggies and non-green veggies. I mean, it's still doing it. It's been doing this for like 5 minutes straight or more. I don't know how to fix this other than... Yeah, I don't know. I don't got nothing. I could plug in the long wire, I guess, for a minute and see if that fixes it. Let me try that. Okay, are we back? No, not yet. Come on, Twitch. I think YouTube might be working currently, but Twitch is not. Technical difficulties are the best. Okay, I think we're back. Good gravy. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, I guess we have to put it in the middle. Okay, fruits. Fruits. Tomatoes are fruits. We're gonna trigger people by going that route. Melons are definitely fruits. Cactus? Kind of a fruit. Cucumber, not a fruit. Chili peppers. Probably technically fruits. Pears are fruits. Cantaloupe, fruit. Brussels sprout, not fruit. Pumpkin? Pumpkin's questionable. Alright, fruit. I should also probably have the juices somewhere else. Let's put like finished meals down here. I just want the raw ingredients in one place. Okay, apple, tomato, juice, pineapple, 2 lettuce seeds I'm just gonna throw in the trash. Okay. I guess seeds need their own category. Maybe those can go with saplings. Maybe eventually I'll have too many, but for now, I think I'll put just random seeds in there as well. Do I use cooking for blockheads? I don't know what you mean by that. Do I use cooking for blockheads? Okay, and then vegetables. I'm really sorry, everyone, for these technical difficulties. I'm hardwired into my router. I don't know what else I can do. That's literally the best I can do. I really am getting frustrated with these issues, and I don't know how to fix them. I don't know if there's some sort of DNS settings that are messed up, or it's just like I get randomly kicked out of my own network. It's like full on disconnected for a minute. So I have no idea. And fixing it is probably beyond my abilities, unfortunately. Okay, so anyway, back to what we were doing for the 50th time. Vegetables go in here. An egg is not a vegetable, don't worry. I don't think it is. I guess I can go in there. And you know what? We'll go with tomatoes or vegetables. That's fine. Hey, thanks for the follow, Windy Pops. Are you just talking about the kitchen from Cooking for Blockheads? Where, like, you can make all this stuff from... You can, like, make the shelves and the fridge and all the different pieces and stuff. I did do that last time. It was pretty fun. Egg is kind of like chicken fruit. There's a sentence that you've never heard before. That is a brand new sentence right there. Chestnut. What is chestnut? Are nuts fruits or vegetables? There's a question. I think I'll call them fruits just for sorting purposes. And sugarcane, because it's sugary, I'll call a fruit. And then down here will be all other greenery, like flowers. And these random anemones. And this witchery garlic, because that's a different kind of garlic. Carrots, seeds, nut, squash, potato, sugarcane. Boom, let's get all this random stuff out of here. Put the food in there. I feel like a rainbow curry is a good item to have. Showing what's in here. I guess I'll put cinder. We'll put Thaumcraft stuff in there. Why not? Feels reasonable. Put a zucchini in this one. Okay. I'm gonna unpause the YouTube recording here. Welcome back, future YouTubians. So we've done a couple things, and what I first did is looked at signs, which turns out not to be the most helpful. I was thinking we could put signs like back here pointing to what's on the right side or something, but there are these things called labels from Bibliocraft, and they just require sticks and slabs, and then frames and stuff. So all just wood pieces. And we've got our hollow glasses on, which also helps a lot, so I don't think we need too much identification. But what I'm going for here is we've got gardens and saplings and seeds. And then here is fruits and nuts. And then this is vegetables. And we might end up needing another chest, I'm not sure for that. And then this is all other like growable things and Thaumcraft random stuff. And then over here is actual meals and completed foods. So that's what we've got going on so far. And we still need to grab a bunch more random stuff, but we're working on the sorting of all these. So these are done. So that feels nice. We're getting somewhere. In this one, I guess cotton should go in with the flowers maybe. And then all these random pieces of food. I don't remember what I did last season in terms of sorting like loot. Like, do I consider pork chops to be loot? or do I consider them to be ingredients? Because they're both, obviously. So that one's a little confusing. And these are all vegetables. And then we'll put cotton in there. Okay, and then for now I'm just putting a lot of random stuff in these chests. We're getting sorted though, one step at a time. Blue orchids will go in here for later. By the way, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but we found these when we were out looking for stuff, and we need these for the rainbow curry, which then we need for the healing axe. So we're actually not crazy far from the healing axe, even though we kind of are. It's just annoying because we need fries, which are gonna need salt. I guess those won't actually be that bad. What's gonna be the bad part? Probably just all the water for the tofu until we have a consistent water supply. So yeah, that I think is most of the food related stuff. Those are Thaumcraft related, so I'll grab that. We really need a slime island. Okay. We're getting there with some sort of organization. Oh, where should mushrooms go? I guess that goes with all the other growable things in the bottom. Yeah. Let's do cotton, mushroom, sugarcane has sugar, so we'll call it sweet, and then Thaumcraft in there. All right. And then I have a lot of random ingots we found in some other circles. Which circles? Or no, it was the Thaumcraft obsidian area. Pumpkin's kind of a fruit. We also need watermelon. We need to grow watermelons. We're not doing that right now. So we still got a lot going on here. Yeah, so there's a new steam water pump thing. I don't think this existed before, as far as I know. And it only requires wood, and that's it? Like, that feels really easy. It does consume a lot of steam, and I'm not exactly certain how it runs. But it just needs some bronze rods and a bronze gear, which is just bronze rods and plates. So we can totally make that. The problem with it is it needs steam to run. So we're gonna need an initial water supply to give these guys enough water to run off of that. So that's... could I make the Stirling pump for that? No, that needs pistons. We're not making pistons anytime soon. So we might make one Railcraft water tank then, just to get to the other one. So the water tank, I was really hoping to find a slime island. I guess we only need a few sticky resin for this. Because we'll need 26 of these. So that's not too bad. So we'll probably work on a water tank at some point. But yeah, if you have a slime... Oh, you know what? Never mind. Until you can compress slime balls, you can't actually get what you need to make a water tank from slime trees. Because slime trees don't drop the congealed slime. They just drop the slime saplings. Or wait, do they? I can't remember what slime trees drop anymore. Maybe they do. Ugh, we need a slime sapling so bad. Anyway, continuing our organization. Oh, the stumps are the slime blocks. You're so right. Yeah, I remember that now. What do I need to make drawers? Oh. Yeah, that's pretty chill. So we'll probably need some drawers at some point, though the upgrades are kind of expensive, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, these like storage upgrades. The iron one... Yeah, we even need drawers and steel screws and pistons. The upgrades for drawers are not cheap. They are no joke. The barrels, and by barrels I mean better barrels, these upgrades are a lot cheaper. You do still need the assembler though. And then there's also these barrels, which are different, but I can't make those till I have the compressor. So now we've got two kinds of barrels, which is going to be confusing to talk about. But let's start by grabbing all ore and metal related stuff, and we'll put that on the left here. So we'll have maybe random crushed ores there. I'll put ingots, finished ingots here. Let's just get rid of everything. What is that? Coke oven bricks. Yeah, there's gonna be so many randoms. Okay, so getting all this stuff deposited. Floop, floop. We've also got the ore finder wand, so I'm gonna need a place for like tools. I'll put that in there. Okay, so this is for dusts and crushed ores and stuff. This is gonna be for the raw ores. Everything that has that sort of icon and other things that are the same type of situation. Dust is kind of a finished product. The redstone dust, that is. So are diamonds, so is lapis, so that's all kind of the same style of thing. Okay, so there's some amount of organization there. We're getting there. Like I said, technical debt builds up. We gotta do this stuff sometime. If we don't do it now, we'll never do it. There's another chest taken care of. Two chests, actually. Nice. Oh, that one's kind of nice the way it is. Let's move our Tinker's tool station somewhere. Actually, maybe we can leave the Tinker station in our little hovel. You don't use it that often. Maybe for now, we will. So we do the pattern, or the stencil, what's it called? Yeah, stencil table to make patterns. And then we'll do the part builder, yeah, next to the tool station, and then the tool station. Okay. So we'll leave that the way it is for now. I guess I didn't change much. I think this is square. How's mob spawns looking? I just hit F7 and there's nothing. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. What next? Let's grab all this random stuff. So many random things. There's just so many categories of things. I think we're gonna need far more than this mini chest. This is a good start, but we're gonna need a lot more. Honestly, I might do another layer here. So for this one, let's do base blocks. So like pressure plates, doors, stairs, ladders, garage doors, stuff like that, like a bed, those types of things. And then in this one, for now, this will be my truly like random. I don't have a category for it. So like Tinker Smeltery books, clay casts, whatever that ring is. We will need one for tools. Where should I put tools? Maybe in the middle or top left? I don't know. Maybe let's do tools top left. So tools like swords and buckets. I'm just gonna trash these bowls, to be honest. I can make more if I need them. Okay, so like, well, we need to repair that flint broadsword, but These kinds of tools, though, go in here. And then flint. Okay. And then also we just have this random copper ore. I'm tired of looking at that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there's so many things. Chisel can go up here. Another bucket. Lanterns and signs and tool stations and stairs. All those can go down here. And at some point I'll need a specific one purely for... I wonder if this can be for like burnables, maybe. I don't know. We'll need one purely for the like forged micro block versions because there's so many different types you end up with that. Okay. I mean, there's a little bit of sorting happening finally. So let's do logs. How do we want to do this? We should probably have a drawer for cobble. Yeah, the basic drawer is not that expensive. So we should do a drawer for cobble and a drawer for dirt. And maybe a drawer for birch planks. And then maybe maybe sand and gravel, you know, like those types of things. So birch drawer. Oh, we have to chisel it, okay. I should just be able to hit Shift A on this and it knows what to do. That's the hope anyway. And then I just go boom, 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 boom. Perfect. So then I can fit some drawers in along here. And we'll do dirt, cobble. On one of them, we'll do dirt, cobble, gravel, sand, I think. Does the miner's backpack pick up torches? Where'd that torch go? Oh, it's just in my inventory. I'm blind. Nothing to worry about. We are just blind. Okay, cool. So let's go back here. Let's make a couple more drawers. How many more do I need? 4 more. Auto crafting is so nice. That would have been such a pain in the butt right there. But there we go. Okay, so then we'll do, you said dirt, cobble. I think gravel and sand feels like a nice little stuff along. I don't even know if I do have sand somewhere, right? Yeah. Okay, and then cobble goes there. Perfect. And then we'll do birch logs there, because those build up pretty quick. I should go grab a batch. Here's an unlit area. Oh yeah, look at all this wood. It's amazing. Okay, so we sort of entered the steam age in this episode. I don't know that we're actually gonna get very far into it, but technically we have coal boilers, so we're technically in the steam age. Technically in the steam age. Yeah, locking the drawers will happen eventually. We need gold for the key though, so that's still pretty far away. Although I guess I have some gold. I forget what the recipe is. No, we need steel and crap and the upgrade template, which needs a piston. We're still a ways away from that. They don't need to be locked right now because nothing's automated and I'm not gonna be like taking out all of it at any point. So the locking is not that important at the moment. Okay, so then where would we put something like snow? Snow and clay. Should those have their own? I was thinking mob loot could be in this one. So what would be a good mob loot? Like a zombie brain? Or zombie head, maybe? Or a spider eye, something like that. So in this one, we'll do zombie head. We'll put all mob loot things in here. Saplings, tools. It feels nice to have somewhere to know to run. It's like, okay, oh, book and quill. What does that count as? Ooh, I don't know. What is a book? Is a book and quill a tool? No, it goes in random for now. This is a tool, though. And this needs to go back in there. And then we'll have all sorts of, for now, all building blocks are the same, but we'll differentiate between like GT, you know, pipes and stuff versus like vanilla stairs. Those are very different things, but for now they're the same. We now need to void creosote, which there is a trick for. I'm gonna get so many comments about this, and I don't care. Come at me, bros and broettes. All my dirt got picked up. We'll automate, there's an easy way to automate the system later, but I guess I can just do this. Or will that not work because we removed the... Come here. No, that did work. Okay. Yeah, we did get a trophy. All right, so those are running again. No one needs to know about all the creosote that just disappeared. No one has to know. Sweet, sweet. Okay. What's next? Oh. Well, first of all, there's a lot of dirt here. And then I guess wherever we're keeping our coins and loot bags, let's do that one. And charcoal can go here, extra wood there. Flint feels like a finished product, so that can go with that. Gunpowder is a mob drop. Coke goes down here. Let's get that labeled. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, we gotta put all our trophies somewhere too. They're your fault, Dave. All these trophies that we have. No, I'm glad there are trophies in the game. They're fun. It does seem a bit arbitrary what gets trophies and what doesn't, but they are fun. And then we've got a lot of blocks. We gotta sleep. Okay, so we've got two chests for blocks that aren't really in any of the other categories. I could also see smooth stone getting its own drawer. Maybe, it depends on if I'm gonna chisel it or not. For now it won't. And for now we'll put snowballs in the second one and clay in the second one. Okay, we're getting there. You are getting there. Close. Alright, so then random blocks. Clay. How do I have a stack of salt? Where did that come from? Oh, I think it came from a loot bag. That, I believe, is what happened. Another rabbit's foot. Miner's delight. Surely we're not going to need that anytime soon. I guess we can put it down here. This is for flowers, so we will do this. The poppy there. Clay in this one. Maybe just a block of smooth stone in this one. An iron ingot seems like the good sacrifice for that. And maybe a brown limonite ore. And how about a random crushed chalcopyrite? Okay, and then this one could have stairs. Oh, I don't have labels on those yet. Never mind. Withering dust. Don't know what that is. Arrow. These creosote bottles are kind of like loot. I guess I could put them in with the other creosote. I don't really think we can do anything with... Unless you can dump into a Gregtech machine by clicking with the bottles. I don't know if you can or not. That would be the only way that would work. Where in all of this would sticky resin fit? Kind of doesn't fit in any of our categories yet, does it? Same with tanned leather. Because it's... Yeah, it's leather, but it's also like processed leather. Okay, so diamonds, flint. Getting there. That's a plant. These are all finished. Metals. Yeah, this feels good. Wood pulp. I don't know where wood pulp would go. We'll probably need a few more spots. But like the anvil and the hoppers go in here, and the iron bars, so that's pretty easy. The glass bottles are random. The purple drink is random. I guess it's technically a food. We can put it in there. Steaks. Random logs. Building planks will go in here for now. Finished steak. Redstone repeater. Oh, it feels so good to get organized. Bread. We can destroy this one. Zinc gravel goes in this top one. Like any of the original raw ores we'll put in here. Like right now zinc gravel is the only one where we actually get the block back, but if we get other ones like that, we'll do that. Knowledge fragment for Thaumcraft. This is my Thaumcraft one randomly. Partially because half the Thaumcraft things I have are flowers. And then these are all non-standard birch planks for building. Put the cactus in there. The wooden form for now will go in here. It'll probably get moved down to the river at some point. Digger's backpack has what in it? Just dirt. Boom. No longer dirt. Tools. I guess I can use a fired clay bucket as my label. Oh, we don't have labels. Right. Yeah, I mean, did we do it? No. Still have all those things. And that one's empty. But we've almost done it. So finally is gonna be loot bags and coins. There's our food journal for Spice of Life. Loot bag, fireworks. The better questing heart feels appropriate for that. I don't know where to put the cauldron, but for now it can go over there. How far out is auto-sorted storage? Very far out. That's how far. There are some mediocre solutions you can do, but none of them are great. The soonest is in LV. You can start logistics pipes. I don't know what all is available in LV. It's sooner than it was in my last playthrough. I do know that much. So that's kind of nice. I wonder where sticks would go. I guess sticks don't... We don't have a home for, like, random wood things. Generally, sticks should be over here anyway, because they get used. Still don't know what to do with that wood pulp. What do we call wood pulp? I guess we could, at least right now, we could put stuff like wood pulp and paper in with the saplings. Because there's enough space for everything to be happy together. So all of the wood-related products, like paper and wood pulp, can all go there. And then this, I kind of like having as like, of course the miner's backpack picked it all up. For my ore finder wand, at least for now we'll leave that there. And did we F7 to make sure there's no issues here? Oh no, the hovel is revealed. Okay, the digger's backpack can get annoying sometimes. Okay, well for now that's the hovel. We'll figure out what to do with this wall at some point. Woo! The ME system is MV? No, AE2 is a lot farther out than MV. I wish it wasn't MV. That would be incredible. I think it's either ultra late HV or after that. So next would be the garage door, and I think we'll end the episode after that. I'm gonna grab 5 stacks of wood for this guy. And then we've already got some iron, so that should be enough to make a garage door. We already looked at this. Iron ring does not have, and neither does iron rod. So we'll favorite the iron rod, and then we should be able to favorite the iron ring. And then we need carpenter's block, so we favorite that, and then we need to favorite the wood screw, and then we need to favorite the wood bolt, or short wood stick, and then we need to favorite the wood frame box. And by doing all of that, this is just crazy to me, I can just hit Shift A, and I think we can just make garage doors. I mean, we might break a file or two, but it does work that way. Speaking of files, I'm going to need 2 iron plates to make a file. Oh, it's searching for things that also have file as the ingredient. I was hoping for simpler. Where is it? Have I forgotten the file recipe? No, must have just missed it. Okay, regular iron plate, Shift A. Left click, right click. Okay, there we go. So there's a file. Oh, you know what I should do though, is I should have the iron plate also as part of that. So that way, if we haven't got the plates already, it'll make them for us. Right. Okay, so anyway, back to making garage doors. Just hashtag works. That is incredible. Auto crafting is so nice. And now we can do this. So I think I forgot they like auto extend down. That's hilarious. I didn't need to make 15 of them. Well, now we have enough for multiple doors. Perfect. What I do want, though, is the Carpenter's pressure plate, which is only player activated. So mobs will not be able to walk into our base, but we will. It's really handy. And that is made this way. Oh, we need a spring? That's acceptable. We can do that. We need long iron rod to be favorited. And then we need that to be favorited. And it needs a wire cutter, which we haven't made yet. But I should be able to make that. Iron plate. I guess I don't have this iron screws favorited and the iron bolts favorited. So we gotta redo that. Okay. Oh, I did it in the wrong menu. But that's fine. There's a wire cutter. And I was looking at... What was I doing? Oh, an iron spring. Shift A on that. Oh my gosh, this makes life so easy! Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Alright, pressure plate. So we should be able to shift A on this. Literally goes off the screen, but I don't even care. Because now I can just do that. And we have 2 Carpenter's pressure plates. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And yes, that does mess up this stairwell, but that's fine. We'll fix it. For now, we'll just put dirt here. Pressure plate. And now I can just walk in. And it's perfect. I love it. Alright. We can run in and not worry about mobs. Perfect. And then we can recolor the door, by the way. And we'll probably end the episode here for those from future YouTubian land. And I think we can just, yeah, do this. I kind of like the look of metal doors, though. Can I make any sort of iron? I doubt this will work. No. Oh, I think I have to destroy them to recolor them, actually. But yeah, it has to be a block. Oh well. What would be a good... I guess just stone would be a good texture for now. And there's a way to cycle... Is it with a wrench? You can cycle what type of garage door look it is. They might have told us in that quest. Where was that quest? The Building Better Bases. Yeah, I think we need the Carpenter's Chisel for that. Which unfortunately requires the Tinker's Smeltery, which is on our to-do list for sure. But yeah, good enough for now. We'll improve that once we have the smeltery and we can change those things. I'll need like a shelf for trophies, maybe over here, I don't know. And then I think we'll put our first machines kind of in this region. We'll put the Railcraft water tank outside over here somewhere, maybe on the roof even. We still need to install skylights on the roof, so that's something I want to do, and we need to install the floor. So that's what we'll be doing in the next episode. I'm thinking chiseled smooth stone here. There's a lot of options. Probably like something like that, or maybe the polished stone brick. Whoa! I thought I had the pickaxe. That was not what I expected. I didn't know you could just chisel blocks. Oh gosh. Whoops. Well, that's what's underneath us. But yeah, and I think these prevent mob spawns, right? No? Or do they? No, they don't. That's so random. Why do some do and some don't when it comes to chiseled? That's frustrating. So smooth stone doesn't, but birchwood does. Oh, I guess it at least tells you mobs cannot spawn on this block. Oh, that's sad. Oh, it's because they're from Tinker's Construct and not Chisel, that's why. Interesting, so it has to be one of these. Well, how's this fancy arrangement one look? For a floor. It's a little busy. It's not terrible, though. What would my other options be? Wide stone bricks? Or I could just do regular old stone bricks, too. That is an option. Yeah, what are my options for just cobblestone itself? How do I control left click? Cobble. Yeah, those are kind of busy too. I guess there's huge cobblestone tiles. What's that look like? Ooh, that one's kind of nice because it doesn't even have borders. We could go with that and then accent a couple places. That's certainly an option. Light panel, dark panel, dent, tiles. There's the damaged cobblestone tiles, the large cobblestone tiles. Yeah, there's a lot of options. Let me look at these, and then we'll be done with the episode here in a sec. I always say that. Yeah, those are a little bit too like grid. That's far too much of a grid, I think, for my taste. It could look good in like a pathway or something, but to cover the whole floor, I don't think that. This is much less busy on the eyes. I actually don't hate the regular smooth stone either, to be perfectly frank. I just want something that prevents the mob spawn. So I think we'll probably go with this one. And that'll be our floor, and we'll get that installed in the next episode. So for those of you from future YouTube, as always, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. All right, and for those of you here on Twitch, hopefully you didn't leave. I need to remember that a lot of people are new to the series, so I need to be giving the reminder of like, I'm not necessarily stopping streaming just because I'm doing the thing with the outro, because that's confusing to new people. I guess we're doing that one. Huge cobblestone tiles. Okay. Now we'll put this stuff away. Cool. Well, the auto crafting has been an absolute clutch town lifesaver times a billion. It's insane how nice that's been. I almost can't even believe it. Why don't I keep those on resupply? So I think that means they don't pick up stuff. I can't remember. And then we'll put this away, go grab some more. I should refill with wood as well. Yeah, the outro pig, I really liked it. It was like, I didn't want it to be super busy, but just having a random pig in the background moving around, I don't know. I liked it too. It felt fun for me. Okay, what are we doing? Grab the birch logs, refill those. I need to turn that into a garage door. We can go get, this door looks weird. I need the chisel for sure to make it so that there's not little windows in every single square. I think that makes it look a lot worse. All right, what was our haul? Like 217 logs from one little haul is very nice. Cool. Oh, you're so right. You do get those as a reward. I don't know why I didn't really look at that. Okay, so we can just make the button and the lever, and then we'll be good. Okay. Good call. I'm glad you pointed that out. And then I'm gonna remove that one. We need to put the wire cutters back on this side. Wire cutter, iron. No, that's not right. Wire cutter on the favorite button. There we go. And then what was I doing? Oh, just more carpenter's blocks, I guess. So why don't we do that? And then we needed this. Did that fail? Did that succeed? I can't. It seems like it failed. Because we're missing a lever, which needs a button, which needs a saw and a pressure plate, which need, oh my goodness, which needs iron, and we'll do that in the next episode. All right. For now, let's, how much time do I have? I have like 5 minutes. Let's poke some skylights into the roof here and we'll be done there. So in terms of chunk borders, the question is, do we want the skylights to be consistent with this? And I actually think I don't. Because, like I said, I think I'm actually going to want to raise the roof in this section at some point. So for now, do 1, 2, let's do a skylight every 3 blocks and see what happens. Put a single tile. Does that line up? No, that's 1 tile off. That's annoying. Let's see. How can we do this? Because there's 15. So having 4 things equally spaced, I guess, is impossible. Because if we had another wall, it would be southwest. So the wall would be here. Oh wait, so then is that balanced? Hold on. Because this would be the dividing wall between the chunks, if we had one. So then that is balanced. No, it's still not balanced. What am I saying? This doesn't line up right either way. So I guess we'd have to do a space of 2, a space of 2, and then the space of 3 in the middle. Space of 2, space of 3, space of 2. And it gets you that pattern. 2, 3, 2. Like this. Okay. I don't hate that. And then we can do the same thing here, which makes this a space of 4? No, more than that. Because of the wall. We might need a bonus one where the wall would be, actually. Because the wall would be here, and then it's a space of 2, and then that one. And then another space of 2. So there's that, and then the space of 3. And then a space of 2. No, I'm not trying to divide anything. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess I am dividing into like 5 distinct sections. So it's 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Minus the 4 holes adds up to 15. Right? 2, 2. Yeah, that adds to 15. Anyway. But yeah, that looks regular enough and it'll provide plenty of light. So then we'll work on getting all the shrubs planted in the next episode. We might have to go blueberry bush farming. It's actually a lot of holes. But I think we'll call it a stream here. And I plan to stream more tomorrow. Not sure about Friday, just with it being a holiday and everything. I might have some plans, but it's also possible they're just at the later part of the day and I have a stream free in the afternoon. So, and then this Saturday I will be streaming Pyanodons, so that'll be really fun. We're doing the 200-hour special. We're gonna be getting Pi 2 science in the stream, I think. Unless I'm like really delayed more than I think I will be, but like I think we're gonna get there, so that'll be fun. So yeah, I hope to see you all there. Thanks for hanging out. One other thing real quick is I need a screenshot. I guess we should screenshot our organization system here. This feels like the thing to be the most proud of in this episode. It's like not perfect, but it is organization, so I'll take it. Yeah, see you later, Alor. Don't I mean Pi 3 science? Wait, do I? No, I mean Pi 2. Did I say Pi 2? Or Pi 1? It's Pi 2, whatever I said. Hey, thanks, CK. Thanks, Nova. See you later, Baron. I've been calling Pi 1 Psi Pi 2. No, I've been calling Pi 2 Psi Pi 1, I think. No, you're right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I get the joke now. I get it. It's funny. It's clever. Nice. See you later, John.